Before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today I'm going to discuss 3 tax changes when you file your taxes this season. But before we get into that, if you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports with all 3 bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. You would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time using your vehicle, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a car, you don't want to use your own, then click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below. That way you can use the Hire Car with the Wealth Dasher and still make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time. Want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500? Click the Be Free link in the description below, then click Sign Up. I'd like to get cash back while shopping online. You can click the cash back links in the description below. If you'd like to check out the new MasterCard, there's the Aspiration Zero MasterCard. They're giving $300 back on $3,000 spend within the first 90 days. If you'd like to apply for the MasterCard, you can click the Aspiration link in the description below. Now let's get on with this article that discusses the 3 changes for the taxes this year. 3 tax changes to know before filing your return. 2021 unemployment benefits will be subject to tax. So let's get into this article. Let's go ahead and read it. The 2022 tax season is underway and marks the 3rd straight tax season disrupted by the pandemic. Before the first returns were even submitted to the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, the agency told families and businesses to be prepared for a bumpy tax filing season. IRS Commissioner Chuck Reddick said earlier this month that in many areas we are unable to deliver the amount of service and enforcement that our taxpayers and tax system deserves and needs. This is frustrating for taxpayers, for IRS employees, and for me. Unfortunately, for taxpayers, they cannot forego participating in this tax filing season, which runs until April 18th for taxpayers in most states. In fact, many families may have more tax items to navigate this year than ever before, all while working with an IRS that is increasingly underwater. Here are the top 3 changes taxpayers should be aware of. Didn't receive your economic impact payments. Now is the time to claim them. The federal government sent out 3 rounds of economic impact payments over the course of the pandemic, including $1,400 payment last spring as part of the American Rescue Plan. That's the ARP. These payments were made available for single filers earning under $75,000 and families earning under $150,000. If you are still waiting on that payment, tax filing season is the time to let the IRS know that. For example, families with new children born last year may be able to claim an additional $1,400 credit on their return. It is also important to remember that any adjustment on your return for stimulus payments will be in the taxpayer's favor, so you will not have to repay tax on payments sent out last year. A bigger child tax credit may lead to a smaller refund. As many people point out, your tax refund is just an interest-free loan you give to the government throughout the year. Despite this fact, Many families use tax refunds as an opportunity to fulfill important financial obligations, like putting a down payment on a new vehicle, planning for a family vacation, or renovating their home. As part of the ARP, the size of the child tax credit increased from $2,000 to $3,000 for older children and to $3,600 for younger children. These payments also started going out on a monthly basis and were made available to all households with children. Typically, households claim the entire credit at tax filing season, but this past year, families received up to half of their child tax credit in advance. So, right here is where it gets sticky. Because, to be honest, a lot of people thought that advanced child tax credit was actually extra money. But in actuality, it was actually an advance. They gave it to you beforehand. So now you're going to get the rest now. Alright? That's pretty much how that went. If you receive those advance payments throughout the year, that may impact the size of your refund. Some families may have a larger refund if they had never received the credit before. If you received the full child tax credit in prior years, it may lead to a smaller refund because a part of the credit was already sent out last year. This does not mean that your taxes were raised or that you are missing out on potential tax benefits. It simply means that funds that you were used to receiving as part of your annual refund were distributed to you earlier and in smaller sums. Unemployment benefits will be subject to tax. Now I remember this because last year I actually got all of what I paid in taxes back because I actually had the 10% taken out of my unemployment. As part of pandemic relief, the U.S. substantially increased federal unemployment benefits in 2020 and 2021. While filing taxes in 2021, the first $10,200 in unemployment benefits were exempt from federal income tax. That is not the case this year. Unemployment benefits will once again be taxed as ordinary income, making it important for those who receive benefits to check how much was withheld from their taxes. Taxpayers in most situations are automatically opted into tax withholding for unemployment benefits, which will hopefully minimize the risk of a surprise tax bill. This tax season will be bumpy. The IRS has a backlog of over 8 million returns from last year that still need to be processed, and it is getting harder for taxpayers to get in touch with the IRS. It will be very important for the IRS to quickly get back on track as Americans start to submit their returns this month. But with some basic tax knowledge, taxpayers can also reduce the risk that their tax return is delayed. Okay, that's pretty much it. It's just that you have the unemployment benefits will be taxed this year. If you got a lot of the child tax credit last year, they're just going to reduce what you're going to get this year. And if you did receive your impact relief payment or your economic impact payment, then you're going to get that this year if you claim it. That's pretty much the big three changes. That's about it. It wasn't nothing major. I just wanted to bring that to you because I thought it was interesting. In case you didn't know, now you know. All right. So tell me what you think about this. Did you file your taxes yet? Are you going to file your taxes? Let us know. All right. Thanks for watching. If you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports from all three bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own vehicle, then click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below. And that way you can hire a car and use that vehicle to then Wealth Dash and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. And if you would like to get cash back while shopping online, click the cash back link in the description below. Like, share the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's Oasis, and until the next video, let's get this money.